Hey guys, today I have a great fun basically craft to do. So I went to the local dollar store, and as you saw in my last video, I had that cute little shamrock headband. So I got another headband from the same dollar store, and I wanted to make a cute little wreath head. So I got my headbands together, I got nail polish, I got scissors, and I got my hot glue ready, and I wanted to have some fun with this. Later on, I did snag something I had lying around to do this, but let's go over it with what I had to do so far. So I had to take off the little prongs and things like that on this one headband. I'll probably keep the headband just for a future project. The springs, probably not. But I got it all together, I tore it apart, and I took the slinky parts and I tied them. Now, if you are an alternative person like me, you probably already can see what I'm doing. I'm actually making little hoops on the top to make them into kind of like a just something to tie to the ribbon on the original headband. So I used my little small rubber bands, the ones that you can get at the dollar store as well. I usually keep a container full of them. So I made sure to do the loop, which was oh so fun, guys. This was so annoying to do because there was ribbons along with the springies. Cannot think of the name of them, but they're very commonly used in floral and cybergoth dreads. So yeah, I basically made sure, did a double tie to make sure it wouldn't pop or break, and if it did, it was secure. Now, if you have done cyberlocks, you probably already know this, or if you've done floral things, these little springy guys are very spiky on the bottom. So you kind of have to push them in and flip them inside themselves so they don't catch on clothes, they don't catch on your hair, they don't catch on anything. I mean, if you leave the little spriggly parts on this, you're going to get in a lot of trouble with your hair getting messed up. I've had friends hug me when I used to have my cyberlocks and they would get stuck to them. Their hair would. It's best just to flip those little bits in and get it well done and organized. So after I did that, I was trying to feed the ribbon in through it, and it was just being such a pest. So I grabbed my plastic needle and threaded them through, and then tied them. Now, I will not keep this huge batch at the back of it, as you'll see in a few minutes. I actually weave some of the bouncy parts through the top part of the headband. This was also fun because they weren't long enough. I was hoping they would have been long enough. I probably should have just not cut them and tried to see if I could save them, but I was too lazy. I wanted to have fun and do this, so unfortunately my camera died right there. So I wanted to wrap them around and give it more of a bulkier look. So you kind of missed half that because of my phone dying. I tied the ones in the back to make sure they were secure. At this point, I really didn't know what I was doing because I was so frustrated with how it came. And I just said, you know what? Tie it all together because it should fit on my head just fine if it's stuck that way. So I did that, and then I wanted to work on the shamrocks. Now, the shamrocks that came with the second headband, they seemed just too blasé, so I busted out my nail polish. And yes, I do this with nail polish. Nail polish was my acrylic paint when I was a kid, because I could get them at the dollar store when I was younger, and a lot of times my friend would be like, oh, I don't want this nail polish anymore, do you want it? And I would color and draw with them, and paint with them. So I was going to do that with this because, it stays on there longer. It stays better sometimes than acrylic paint. And it has that nice metallic look. So I got this really cool gold orange. And I started to draw swirls. As you've seen in one of my past videos, I love to do swirls. I don't know what it is. It's just who I am. As you can see, this was loads of fun to do. Just the constant dip, grab, dip, grab. And I'm using, the little dopper tools you get with nail polish designs. I used to do some fun nail polish designs on my friends. I can't do them on myself. It ain't happening. So, and of course I made a mess. My poor pad, my little used to be a role-playing pad, or card pad. I don't know the name of it. I absolutely love it, and I got it, and unfortunately it has its first battle scar from crafts, which is fine. I mean, I absolutely love it anyway. It needs battle scars to prove how cool it is. So I basically kept doing this, and I did it to the second one as well, but I will cut that out just because you guys don't need to stare here and watch me do a horrible, messy job on this. Now, acrylic pink should work fine on this. I wanted to use this pretty orange gold I had on nail polish. Now, this is the part I said I didn't have. I had it just randomly laying around, and it was one of those little gift bags you get for birthdays or Christmas. You can get this one at the dollar store, but I already had one on hand, and I wanted to make some gold coins. At first, I wanted to keep the string because it was a nice gold string, and there wasn't really any gold in the headbands when I got them. So, sorry if you hear kinky noises, it's my earphones. But, so I traced the bottom of one of my nail polishes to try to get a good round circle. Unfortunately, my cutting is horrible. I don't know what was going on today. But I cut them, and then I saved 2 to be big coins, and then the other ones I cut even smaller with a quarter I had. And that was just to make more like little size ones. And I had to make another big one because I accidentally didn't put 2 aside. It was one of those days, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, there's me cutting them down to the quarter size. So yeah, with that, I didn't like how the quarters or the coins looked very plain on the Shamrocks, the big ones. So I kind of drew little patterns on there, Celtic patterns, and things like that, just to give it more of a like cool look. Unfortunately, you could barely make out the permanent markers where I was crafting, so I don't know for sure if it worked out or not, but we'll see. Oh, then I started adding the gold ribbons to it, the ones that were from the bag, just to give it more of a look. I mean, it looks so green, which is not a bad thing, but I wanted some more color. And then also, if you guys get ribbons, some of them you may have to melt the tips of them to make sure they don't like separate and things like that. Highly recommend doing that. Don't go too crazy or insane. But yeah, so here's the finished product. And then I get my special little model to come show it off. One of my little dragon toys. So yeah, I figured that'd make perfect because she's got the cute little orange hair. And her blue skin would make it pop. So there it is, guys. There's the headband. I wanted to get this out before St. Patrick's Day. So if you guys are interested in making one, you can. Anyway, have a good day. Bye, guys.